Welcome, everybody, to Venture Stand Outfitters. My name is Eric. Welcome to the show today. I know it's been a minute since I've posted a good video, but today I think it's been worth the wait. Haven't been this excited in a while about a rifle or a set of cartridges in a rifle platform that I've been begging for the last couple of days to get some time to share my excitement with you. So bear with me through it. I've taken a bunch of notes. I've researched a lot about what I'm getting ready to talk about, and hopefully you're going to get something out of it. Maybe this is going to be something that's going to interest you. So without further ado, as you probably know from the thumbnail on the video, I am going to be talking about the Thompson Center Encore. What I have with me here today is a Thompson Center Encore that I have recently picked up in a trade. This is got the beautiful wood grain walnut stock. I've put a Monstrum Panzer 6x24 with the front parallax. Man, this scope is super cheap on the interweb. I'm talking about pennies on the dollar. Has the front bell parallax, which nowadays a lot of them, they put them on the turret. Probably helps out on price. But that being said, this scope for under 100 beans has held zero and dialed magnificently in my testing. I have a CV Life bipod that I put on it that attaches to the swivel. I love these legs. They just simply pull back and retract. A lot of my bench shooting I'm doing now, I'm trying to do all my rifles on bipods. I just find that I'm sturdier that way. I did put a, let's see what kind of, this is, I'm looking at my notes here, a Carlson hammer extender. With that scope, it gets kind of hard to reach under there, so I can just reach up to the side and grab that hammer back. But this is chambered in 30-06. This is a 20-inch barrel, not threaded. My plans are that I will have this barrel threaded, because these days, I'm not a snob or nothing, but these days I'm just not shooting much of anything unsuppressed. It's just easier on my ears, reduction in recoil, etc. I just seem to be a lot more accurate. So for those of you that don't know about Thompson Center, these are single shot rifle. Now the Encore, now they did make some things, I believe the TC Compass and some different things that were in bolt action, and actually own one of those in a 6.5 Creedmoor. That turned out to be a pretty decent rifle. But the Encores, I'm trying to think, Pro Hunters and different ones, they are single shots. They are break barrel. You operate that break barrel by the trigger right here. Super easy. Break barrel, single shot. So why a single shot when I've had this infatuation with bolt guns for a long time? And the answer is when I did it, I just wasn't sure. I bought this rifle very specifically because Tennessee this year, we're in the 1st of June, 2026, passed regulations that during the second week, hear me right, the second week of muzzleloader season, we can now shoot straight wall cartridges out of a factory built single shot rifle. I was trying to navigate around that with doing because I had a 350 Legend and a CVA Cascade that absolutely shot like a firecracker. It was shooting like 0.4 inch groups at 100. I took that gun well out to 400 yards on steel, no problem. It was a tack driver, and they made a clip for it that actually turned it into, so the clip was a fixed clip. It wouldn't hold any rounds, so you could only chamber one at a time. So I thought I was going to get around that with that, just buying the modified clip. Well, I talked to a good buddy of mine, works for TWRA, and he alluded to that the way they understood the language written is that it had to be a factory chambered single action rifle. So with that being said, I picked up this Thompson Center Encore. So after talking to my buddy and determining I did not have a legal rifle, I started looking for a single shot platform. Well, I had saw different things like the Rossi I'd seen. CVA has a Scout. Both of those brands are fantastic rifles, but something unique about this rifle caught my eye in that it has interchangeable barrels. This rifle, in about 2 minutes, golly, 2 minutes or less, really, you can pop these two screws. It has a single pin in here that you can pop out and then change a new barrel in, and then reinsert the foregrip, forestock, 2 screws, and have a completely different rifle. All the rails and different things with the optics and or iron sights are mounted to the barrel. And so anytime you do that, you might want to check and see if you got point of impact shift. But from my experience with these thus far, it's pretty darn close. Close enough if something went down and I had to swap barrels, I would feel confident in aiming and hitting my target. But 30-06, which is the barrel that came with this rifle, it also came with the 50 cal muzzleloader. Takes a 45 cal sabot or sabat, whatever you prefer to call it. So that's going to be my muzzleloader gun for muzzleloader season. And obviously during the second week, I'm not changing it to 30-06 because it's not a straight wall, which brings me to really why I bought this gun. And I'm going to show you right here. I bought a barrel chambered in the fairly new, I mean, it's only, golly, I don't even think 2 years old, the 400 Legend. This is a 26-inch barrel. It's got the groove fluting in it, if you can see it. Nothing crazy, but it's got nice straight fluted lines. This is the Pro Hunter barrel. It is 26 inches. You see the mounting screws that the forestock goes onto. And then that hole right there is where that one pin slips through. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this EWG pick rail. It's designed specifically for this gun. I'm going to put that on the barrel. And I've already decided on my scope, and I'm going to put this SIG. It's a Buckmaster. It's a 4x16 by 44 reticle. This is going to look really clean and classic on that 400 Legend. And with 16 zooms, I got more zooms than I need for that 400 Legend. I've ordered some factory ammo, which, you know, I'm a big hand loader, which I eventually will hand load for it. But with deer season just, golly, a handful of months away, I'm really hammering down some other loads for the majority part of season. So for the muzzle loader and early part of rifle season, as long as these factory loads shoot in the 400, I'm going to go ahead and shoot those. If not, I'll load some real quick and go through my ladders and so forth. But my next video coming down the line will be with this barrel set up and me taking it to the range for first impressions. Again, this is threaded. I will have a suppressor on that for my ears. But yeah, I'm super excited. So I never, ever really, I don't know why, maybe because I'm a snob for the newer cartridges, even though I'm a 270 freak. I love the 270 Winchester, but the 30-06 never really caught my eye, never really paid much attention to it. Obviously, it's been on the news and different things lately with some stuff, but I would dare say the 30-06 has got more talk out of the news than it probably does necessarily in hunting circles. However, I took this rifle, again, 30-06, I immediately went into ladder testing, which is my powder testing for hand loads. I decided to shoot a light for caliber bullet, 125 grain nozzle ballistic tip. It's a green tip, 30 cal. And oh my gosh, this thing shot like a stinking house of fire. I I stopped after 2 ladder tests. I was like, I need no more. I was getting upwards of almost 3,300 feet a second, no pressure signs. I shot 2 groups in a row, less. I think one of them was 0.3 inches. The other one was 0.4 inches. I'm going to show those results right up here. And that's here locally at the outpost in the tube. So I have quite honestly become a fan of the 30-06 and low grain bullets, or light for caliber bullets, just because the velocity and accuracy is so phenomenal. I think probably if there is a downfall, and please guys, if you love 30-06, there's nothing wrong with it, would probably be the heavier for grain bullets. They just don't quite get the traction that some of these higher BC, that you can seat longer, more powder. But 30-06 is definitely a do-it-all cartridge in terms of the variety of loads that you can load, from light for caliber to heavy for caliber. You can hunt anything in North America with it that you want. So it turned out to be quite a surprise. I really only loaded it and shot it because that was the barrel I had. I was waiting on my 400 to come in. And now I once I have this threaded, I think this barrel is going to be a keeper, and I think it's going to end up taking a whitetail this year after I snag one with the 400 Legend. But a little bit about TC. TC has been around since the mid-60s. I think all the way up until 2007. It was an independent company. Right around that time in 2007, in 65, it was founded by Warren Center and KW Thompson Center. It really started out as a single shot platform, really made its name in the muzzleloader category. The barrels have historically been famed for accuracy and dependability. It's got a much more robust single shot action than a lot of them on the market has. I think they're an absolutely gorgeous rifle. This rifle in the walnut is just to die for. Absolutely just to die for. It sits so well in your arm, on your shoulder. It really is a joy to shoot. Let's see, let me look at here. In 2007, the company sold, let's see, who did it sell to? Did it sell to SIG, actually? And then they had ownership up until 2021. And during that 07 to 21, kind of lost its luster a little bit. I wouldn't say that the quality necessarily went down, and some of you might say it did or didn't, but really the innovation of the rifle. As calibers were progressing or being developed and different things, you just didn't see a lot of innovation out of the company. Well, in 2021, the previous owner of the company that had it after the founders had stepped down, reacquired the company and put full throttle back in on R&D and development and cartridges. This stinking platform, golly, guys, I couldn't even count. I'm going to pop up, maybe right here, a list of all the calibers that you can order barrels for this rifle for. It's been wildcatted for everything. The story is, probably counting wildcats and custom chamber barrels, this rifle platform has seen over 150 different barrel iterations through its time, and that's pretty phenomenal. And that's all the way down to the pistols and shotguns. So this single platform, meaning which is basically just not the barrel, this action in stock can house a variety of pistol calibers, if it's legal in your state, shotgun barrels, and rifle barrels. And again, I'm going to pop that up one more time, the list of all these cartridges, shotguns, pistols, and rifles that this gun is offered. Probably something that excites me equally as much is this is coming out. It says coming soon online, but coming in 25 Creedmoor. Now, my 25 Creedmoor is probably the absolute most tack driving, best shooting rifle I have. It's a fabulous cartridge. I'm not sure, since I got one already, that I'm going to pick up a 25 Creed barrel. I'm really thinking about, after the 400 Legend, to go to a single shot 6.5 26-inch long barrel and do some heavy for caliber long range with it. I just think that'll be a delight. But maybe a 25 Creed too. Who knows? But that being said, I mean, I just don't really have any negatives to say. I'm sure there's some negatives out there. I would love to hear them. If you own an Encore or a TC brand, what you think about them. What year did you have it? Because that might be tied to ownership a tad bit. But I'm super excited. I'm absolutely delighted to see what this 30-06 has done already. More excited to see what this 400 Legend is going to do in the future, and I'm going to bring you along the way for that. And the muzzleloader. I'm looking forward to muzzleloader hunting this season, all with this gun. So this single action with my 3 barrels probably has a great chance of taking 3 deer this year, and maybe a coyote or something along the way. So I don't know. I just wanted to get on here and blab a little bit because my excitement was killing me, and I wanted to share it with somebody or somebody's, who knows. But let me know what you think about the Thompson Center, if you have one, if you're considering. It's an extremely versatile platform. It allows you to own multiple guns, multiple barrels with one action. To me, it's basically like the AR-15, AR-10, but in a single shot, I would say, hunting precision platform. That's very much what I do with my AR-10, is I buy multiple uppers and I shoot the same. I set my lower up exactly how I want it, and I barrel swap. I have a 22 Creed in that, and I have a 6.5 Creedmoor in that. They both shoot wonderfully. Point of impact, no shift. I'm excited. I think there's a lot to be excited for here. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. Do all that doodad stuff if you like me well enough, or if you don't like me and just want to see the content. But yeah, give me some feedback. Let me know what you think. I hope you'd enjoyed it. Next time I see you, I'm going to be on the range with that 400. Live bold and aim true.